G'day. So I had the little spanner over here telling me it was time to service the car, which I did yesterday. I've uploaded a video about that. But I didn't make the video about resetting that little spanner. Now the problem is I did make the video, but I thought I'd press record, and what happened was I took a photo. Anyway, I just wanted to go over with you. So what happened was I had the little spanner there. I did the reset function, which I'll explain to you in a second. And I also had 4 error codes, which was generated by me because I was mucking around with the OBD2 scan tool and power, and I blew fuses and whatnot and had a couple of error codes show up. So what happened was, after I did this, the 4 error codes I had also got erased. So the procedures you got to follow. Now I don't know if it's going to beep when I don't have that spanner, but what you got to do, and I'm just going to set the phone here so I can use 2 hands. Ignition off, and you press and hold this here, hold it in, then you turn the ignition on. Hold the button for about 10 to 15 seconds. You should hear a beep. I don't know if it'll work with erasing codes, whether it beeps or not, but you should hear a beep. The spanner will disappear, then you can release it, turn the ignition off, and you're right to go. They didn't only get rid of the service spanner, they also erased the 4 error codes I had. Using the scan tool that I have, I've advertised it a couple of times now, but the name of the software I use is Falcon, and just the standard OBD2 scan tool that you can buy on eBay for about 10-15 bucks. Does the trick. Righto, that's about it. I'm going to look at the service manual, see if I can find out any more information, and I'll post that after this. So I had a look in the workshop manual, and it basically tells the exactly same thing as what I just showed you on how to remove that service tool. What says nothing about clearing codes. So either the system's cleared the codes itself, and it's just coincidence that it just happened to be when I press that button to reset that tool that the code's erased as well, or for whatever reason the workshop manual doesn't mention it. What the workshop manual does mention is this part here on basically servicing and diagnosis. What it's basically saying there is that by using the forward tester, you can connect it to the data port and pull the codes and reset the system. But the scan tool that I use and the app for scan can already diagnose and erase codes as well. So if you don't have the scan tool and the app, then I would recommend downloading it because it's worth having. You can use it on your phone to look at what the car's doing, or you can use it on Android stereo like I do, and you can monitor your car all the time. I actually cut my fuse box cover so I can have the scan tool in all the time, and there's a different video on rewiring it so the scan tool only gets power when the ignition's on, so it's not always drawing power. Okay, now moving on to a completely off topic, but this is something that's really worth knowing. Now, if for some reason your smart lock immobilizer has stopped your car from starting, you turn the key, nothing happens. If the little hand that flashes on your cluster is steady or not flashing at all, and that means that the immobilizer's kicked in and it's not letting your car start. The part that I'll focus on here is this section and down the bottom here. So basically what it says, you've got to turn all the accessories off, turn the ignition on but don't start the car, leave it like that for 61 minutes. And what will happen is that the doors will cycle after 61 minutes to say lock and unlock. That's how you know the cycle's complete. And the ECU has relearnt the system, so everything is reset and the car should now start. And it says further on that if you still have problems, to follow this last section here. So you're probably just better off straight away going to this. Turn everything off in the car, turn the ignition on, don't start the car. After the 61 minutes, turn the ignition off, wait the 30 seconds, and then try and start the car. That's what it says. If this first part fails, then do this part, which basically should just go straight to this part. Anyway, lots of good information there. I'm going to leave a link to the workshop manual in the description. I'm going to share it myself because I downloaded it for free off the website, and I'll show you this here actually. So this is the workshop manual here. Now I use a program that's called Flip PDF for this, so I can easily scroll through pages on a PDF. But if you'd like me to turn this into a proper book that you can view, obviously I'm going to leave this part available free on the internet. I've tried to find a link and everybody's selling this, and the link that I downloaded I can't find anymore, so I'm recreating a link for you guys. Just look in the description for that link. But like I said, if you want me to turn this into a proper PDF where you can read, and I'll most of it's okay. I mean, like seriously, you could download flip a PDF yourself, import the PDF file, and you've got the same thing I'm doing right now. But see how these pages here, these are all the error codes. I'll just zoom in on that. These are all the error codes that you might get on the scan tool. So you can find out what the error code is and know more about it instead of trying to Google it. So if you are interested in that, I could turn these pages the right way around and make it page for page, having these error codes reading the correct way. So you could just open the book, zoom in, off you go. Anyway, it is a bit of work involved there, quite a few hours to edit this PDF, so you could actually view these the right way around, or you could just download a PDF and print it all out, and Bob's your uncle. Rightio, one last thing. This is just tells you how to reprogram the key fobs to your car. So basically what you want to do is put the car into accessories, press the read the mister 3 times really quick, the door locks will cycle, then you've got 5 seconds on each remote to press once the doors recycle, press a button on one of the remotes, the doors will cycle again, press the button on another remote, the doors will cycle again, and you can do that up to 4 remotes. Anyhow, I hope this helped you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.